good this morning. Continuing on in our study, coming to chapter 24, and we start our next quote-unquote relationship that God has, which is with Isaac and his provision for Isaac. It tells us that Abraham calls his servant in and tasks him with finding Isaac a wife. And he tells him, I don't want Isaac. Promise me, swear to me, that if I'm gone after I pass, that you won't let Isaac leave this land. Furthermore, that you will not let him take a wife from this land. He needs a wife from my family line. And he told him, and the way they did that was he made him put his hand under his thigh as an oath. I don't know about you, but I'm glad we just shake hands now. I don't really want to put my hand under another man's thigh to seal the deal. But that was the custom for an oath. Don't let him leave this land, and don't let him marry people from this land. What was the significance of that? Well, I think it's because we'll see it throughout the book of Genesis and into God's instructions to the people as they enter the promised land. Don't intermarry. And the real message is, don't get caught up in the world, because we are visual people. We have senses, what we can see and smell and taste. That's what motivates us a lot of times. And God knows that if we are so intertwined with the world that we're not going to change the world's going to change us. We're that weak. Why did he not want Isaac to marry the local Canaanite women? Because he would not convert the people into God's chosen. They would convert him into the world. The allure is too powerful. I've had someone tell me, and it's 100% true. We think of Satan as this red demon with horns and he's a mean-looking guy. No. Not true. Satan and the allure of the world is beautiful. Why is it beautiful? Because it's exactly what we in our rotten core want. He wants to give us the desires of our heart, which is Kevin's heart. What's left in there with me? That's what he wants to give. Things that are not good for me that I really want. That's what he wants me to have. And because of that, it is so enticing. Because deep down, it's what we really want to do. And it's the battle that we fight each and every day. So what's God's message for that? Avoid it when you can. Don't get caught up in the enticements of the world. And if you're living too intertwined with it, which means, Hey, if you're married to it, then you're not going to have any choice. If I'm married to someone, I'm going to see them every day. They're going to be an integral part of my life. Don't think that I can change them, because I can. They'll change me. So he makes him promise this. So his servant gathers his camels, his belongings, and he goes off to the land of Abraham's people, where he came from, 450 miles. And he gets there, and he's sitting by a well, and he prays to God. You know, that's significant to me, because this shows me that Abraham was living his life and imparting on his servants and his people, the ones he was responsible for, how important prayer was. Let's remember, this is the servant that was originally going to get the birthright before Abraham ever had Ishmael. He had made the assumption, I'm sure, since Abraham was so old and didn't have children, that, you know what, when my master dies, I'm going to get everything he has. So he could have been bitter, but he wasn't, because God was in his life too. It says he got to the well and he prayed. And he said, Lord, I pray that if the woman that I'm seeking comes to this well, that she'll offer me some water, and that she'll also offer it to water my camels. Now, her offering him water wouldn't have been that unusual, because that was the custom of the day. If you've made a stranger by the well that you go to, you should offer them a drink. But let her also offer to water my camels. Now, this seems like not that big a deal. And if you don't understand how significant it is, it's not that big a deal. But if you read about camels, you can see that a camel can drink 25 gallons of water at a time. So 25 gallons of water. There were 10 camels. That's 250 gallons of water. That's putting the old bucket down in the well more than one time and throwing a little water in there for 10 camels. 250 gallons of water. So we see that Rebecca comes to the well. She offers the servant a drink of water. And then she offers to water his camels. And the servant immediately hits his knees and praises God for answering his prayer. It was a specific prayer. He needed an answer, so he asked for a specific answer. You know, and we see this, and you know what I'm sitting here thinking about as I talk about that is, how many times do I pray to God for an answer, for a direction, but I just offer up a vague prayer? You know, this servant, and we can see other instances in the Bible, ask for something specific so he'll know. And my question is, why do I offer up vague prayers sometimes? And in my core, as I sit here and think about that, is maybe, I hope not, but maybe I already know the answer, and I want God to not answer the prayer. Maybe I already know what I should do, But if God won't answer that vague prayer I sent up there, then maybe I won't have to do it. Maybe I can weasel my way out of it. And I can act like I don't know what I should do. Well, I asked God for direction and He didn't give it to me. So I guess I'm good. I don't need to worry with that. Kind of a cop-out prayer, sounds like to me. In that I know what I should do. If I don't, then I need to be, that's the point I'm making here. If I don't, then I need to be specific with my prayers. I need to ask God specifically what I need to see. Now, I'm not saying I should tell God how things should work out. What I'm saying is give me a specific direction, because I don't know where to go from here. This servant asked for a specific thing because he wanted to know exactly who God had planned for Isaac. He didn't want to get it wrong. And when I don't want to get it wrong, I need to make sure that I get the sign that God is there. You know, I think about Gideon with his prayer. He felt unworthy, and I really think he did. I don't think he was trying to make up an excuse. And he said, God, I want to get this right, so give me this sign. And we can read about that, and we can talk about it at another time, but he wanted to get it right. Abraham's servant wanted to get it right. And when we want to get it right, and we want to do what God has called us to do, He'll give us a clear sign if we ask for it. So, if there's something that's troubling you, and you really want an answer, then ask for it. Why do we think God, our Father, our loving Father, would withhold anything from us? He tells us, I will not withhold any good thing from you. So if there's something troubling you, pray about it today and be specific. Yes, God already knows what it is, but He wants you to say it. God bless you. I hope you have a great day.